Las Vegas, a city of dazzling lights, music, and dreams won or lost in an instant. People flock here for the spectacle, the strip, the fantasy built in the Mojave Desert. But just beyond the neon, another Las Vegas exists, one not found in brochures. Here, in the shadows of billion-dollar casinos, are the forgotten stories, people who've slipped through society's cracks. Extreme wealth and poverty exist side by side, the contrast more dramatic than anywhere else. It forces you to question luck and what happens when it runs out. My journey wasn't about blame, but about listening to the stories rarely told, meeting those rendered invisible by the city's spectacle. What does it mean to be without a home in a city built on the promise of hitting the jackpot? For Las Vegas's unhoused, survival begins not with the sound of an alarm clock, but with the first rays of sunlight breaking over the city. Each morning, the day starts wherever sleep was found, on a bench, beneath an overpass, or tucked away in a quiet corner of the city that never truly sleeps. Every possession must be portable, every item carefully chosen for necessity. The daily routine is a relentless search for water, food, and a safe place to rest. Even the smallest comfort, a clean shirt, a sturdy pair of shoes, can make a world of difference. The desert heat is unyielding, pressing down on the city with a force that makes shade a rare and precious refuge. Finding relief from the sun becomes a daily challenge, as temperatures soar and the pavement radiates heat. Parks offer a brief respite, a place to refill a water bottle or rest tired feet, but they also come with the constant risk of being moved along by authorities. Every interaction, whether with police or passers-by, is a negotiation for dignity and space. The ever-present feeling of being watched, judged, and exposed creates a deep sense of isolation. Many learn to avoid eye contact, to shrink into the background, hoping to escape notice and the sting of harsh words or indifference. As night falls, danger grows. It's not just the threat of violence, but also theft, illness, and the constant fear of being forgotten by a world that keeps moving. Every night is a test of endurance and luck. When darkness settles, the search for shelter becomes urgent. Many find refuge in the city's flood tunnels, hidden beneath the glittering strip, where the world above seems impossibly distant. These tunnels offer protection from the elements and prying eyes, but they come with their own dangers: floods, cramped quarters, and the uncertainty of who else might be seeking shelter there. Here, far from the neon lights and the noise of the city, the daily grind of survival continues. In the darkness, people form fragile communities, sharing what little they have and watching out for one another, night after night. Life on the streets is a constant cycle of vigilance, adaptation, and endurance. Every decision, where to sleep, what to carry, who to trust, can mean the difference between safety and danger. For Las Vegas's unhoused, every day is about making it to the next, surviving one more sunrise, and holding on to hope for something better. In these communities, a new shadow looms: fentanyl. It creeps quietly through the city, touching lives in ways that are often invisible to outsiders. The streets of Las Vegas, once symbols of hope and opportunity, now carry an undercurrent of fear and uncertainty as this potent drug spreads. Cheap, potent, and everywhere, fentanyl offers a fleeting escape from pain, but at a devastating cost. Its presence is felt in every corner, from busy sidewalks to hidden alleyways, making it nearly impossible to avoid. For many, it promises relief from suffering, but the price is often far greater than they ever imagined. Its grip is chemical and relentless, isolating people and making every dose a gamble with life. The fear of overdose is constant, and the loneliness it brings is profound. Each pill can mean the difference between survival and tragedy, and the uncertainty weighs heavily on those caught in its grasp. Friends watch over each other, naloxone at the ready, living with constant dread. They form small circles of trust, always alert, knowing that a single mistake could be fatal. The threat of loss is ever present, and every day is a test of resilience and vigilance. This isn't a crisis of morality, but of public health, rooted in trauma, poverty, and lack of care. The epidemic thrives where support is scarce, and where people are left to fend for themselves. It is a symptom of deeper wounds in society, not a reflection of personal failure. Fentanyl rewrites the rules, preying on vulnerability and eroding trust. Relationships fracture under the strain, and suspicion grows where there was once community. The drug's reach extends beyond the individual, affecting families, friendships, and the very fabric of neighborhoods. It adds another layer of difficulty to an already impossible situation. For those already struggling with homelessness or instability, fentanyl is another obstacle in a life filled with challenges. The daily fight for survival becomes even more daunting. Yet, even here, people share what little they have, looking out for one another. Acts of kindness persist, even in the harshest conditions. These moments of generosity and solidarity are small beacons of hope amid the darkness. They fight on multiple fronts: homelessness, indifference, and a drug that threatens to take everything. Every day is a battle against forces that seem overwhelming, but the struggle continues, fueled by determination and the will to survive. In the face of this epidemic, small acts of care become lifelines. A shared meal, a warm blanket, or a simple gesture of compassion can mean everything. These moments remind us that, even in crisis, humanity endures. I met Michael, a man who has called the storm drains beneath Las Vegas home for years. His story, like so many others, is hidden in the shadows beneath the city's bright lights. Michael was once a construction worker, building the very city that now towers above him. He had a family, a steady job, and dreams for the future. But after a work injury, painkillers became a necessity, and slowly, almost imperceptibly, his life began to unravel. The safety net slipped away, and he found himself on the streets, searching for shelter and hope. "You don't just wake up homeless," he told me, his voice echoing in the tunnel's darkness. "It's 1,000 little cuts. Each setback, each disappointment, each moment of being overlooked adds up until you find yourself somewhere you never imagined." Then there's Sarah. She arrived in Vegas with hope for a new beginning, her backpack holding all she owned. But after escaping an abusive relationship, she found herself alone, the city's promise fading into uncertainty. "You can't ever relax," she confided, always alert, always watching her surroundings, never able to let her guard down. "Sleep is the hardest part. The constant noise, the fear of being vulnerable, and the cold concrete make rest nearly impossible." Pops, an older man with gentle eyes, sat at the tunnel entrance, carefully organizing cans and bottles. For him, these small acts of order are a way to hold on to dignity. He spoke quietly about dignity. "People look at you like you're garbage. They don't see a person, just someone to avoid. The world moves quickly, and most people pass by without a second glance, never stopping to hear the stories behind the faces." But these stories aren't just about hardship, they're about survival, about finding ways to keep going when everything seems lost. Michael built a neat space in the tunnel, arranging his few belongings with care, creating a sense of home where most see only darkness. Sarah found strength in numbers, forming a protective group with other women. Together, they watch out for each other, sharing what little they have. Pops, despite having little, shared his food with a stray dog, finding companionship and purpose in caring for another living being. Each person, in their own way, pushes back against despair. They refuse to let their circumstances define their worth. In the chaos, they create order. In the darkness, they forge connections. Even when hope is scarce, they hold on to their humanity, supporting one another through the toughest nights. Their voices reveal a deep resilience and an unbreakable will to endure, no matter how harsh the world becomes. In the tunnels, people build small communities, looking out for each other, sharing stories, laughter, and sometimes even dreams for a better future. Even in the harshest conditions, they find ways to care, to hope, and to survive. Acts of kindness become lifelines, and hope is kept alive through simple gestures. Their stories are a testament to the human spirit's ability to adapt, to persevere, and to find light in the darkest places. They remind us, homelessness is not the absence of character, but the presence of struggle, resilience, and the enduring hope for a better tomorrow. Despite the challenges, hope persists in Las Vegas. Across the city, groups and individuals work tirelessly to build bridges from the streets to safety. Shelters offer more than beds, they're lifelines, places to rest and regroup. Outreach teams bring food, water, and medical care directly to encampments and tunnels, building trust one conversation at a time. The goal isn't just to manage homelessness, but to end it, helping people get IDs, benefits, housing, and jobs. For those battling addiction, there's help connecting to recovery programs. These efforts are often underfunded, but they're powered by compassion and belief in second chances. They are the city's unsung heroes, planting seeds of hope in the desert. Amid loss, I found resilience, a quiet strength born of necessity. It's in the man sweeping his patch of sidewalk, creating order where there is none. In the tunnels, people form communities, sharing food and guarding each other's belongings. These are more than survival alliances. They're friendships, reminders of shared humanity. Creativity flourishes. Some repair electronics, others build shelters from scraps. These acts are about purpose, skill, and self-respect. The most profound resilience is hope. Dreams of getting clean, reconnecting with family, or finding a home. Hope isn't naive, it's a survival tool, the fuel that keeps people going. Even in darkness, the will to live and be better endures. It's a spirit that flickers, unbreakable, in the harshest places. After walking Las Vegas's hidden streets, it's clear, homelessness is a complex crisis, not a simple problem. But complexity isn't an excuse to turn away. The path forward starts with seeing, acknowledging the humanity of every person on the street. Small acts matter: a smile, a bottle of water, a pair of socks. These gestures fight invisibility and restore dignity. Compassion is the foundation for real change. For those wanting to do more, volunteer, donate, educate yourself and others. Support the architects of hope, amplify their impact. The story of homelessness is about all of us. It reflects our values and challenges us to do better. The solution begins in our hearts, when we choose to see the person, not just the problem. Kindness is where change starts.